I'm Alex.
And I'm Teddy.
And I'm Spencer.
And we are
The Button Mappers.
Hey, the Button Mappers.
Da, 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 ba, 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 ba. Welcome to The Prisoner of Azkaban. We are Harry.
You know this one. Da 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 da.
Indiana.
I'm E.T. apparently.
And we're gonna
and I'm Family Guy.
really are Family Guy. So we're gonna talk about the dark side of the eShop on DS.
Things are gonna get dark today, guys. It'll be a dark day.
As the recording goes on, the light will get dimmer. Maybe not in Arizona where the sun always shines.
It actually might. I forgot to turn my overhead light on in here, so it actually might get darker in here as the episode goes on.
Spencer will turn his camera towards the green screen. It'll get greener in his room.
Yeah. Oh, green screen darkness.
It's always greener in Arizona.
In
right?
Arizona.
That's what they say.
Spencer takes on
Arizona.
editing responsibilities. Love it.
It's always greener in Arizona. I want a bumper sticker of that to confuse everybody.
Well, I want a bumper sticker that says all the great places you can listen to the Button Mappers, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and check out our Discord. There's all those great links there. So make sure you go. If you're driving behind us, you'll see that you can get any one of those and listen to the Button Mappers.
Well, if you are driving behind us and you want a quick way to access our content, go to YouTube. While you're driving, get out your phone, go onto YouTube, search the Button Mappers in the search tab. Don't worry about the traffic; it's fine. And we're right there. All of our videos go up every Monday.
Drive with your knees.
Yeah, drive with your knees. That way you can type out a comment and give us a like on this video.
Yeah.
Speaking of traffic, we are trafficking the great content to you legally, of course.
I don't like that word.
Legal trafficking. It's very legal.
There's a lot more where that came from, so stay tuned every Monday. What is the dark side of the eShop, Alex?
Garbage. We wanted to, we're doing this month to send the eShop off, and we've talked about games that we've recommended from the eShop and the game talk, and in the last episode that we had the special guest for. If you didn't listen to it, go listen to it. This time we want to talk about the trash. With any online shop, there's tend to be trash, and trust me, the eShop has some trash. So what we did in sort of a fun game swap-esque thing is we all picked a piece of trash for each other. I picked one for Teddy. Teddy, what did I pick out for you?
Escape from Forest by Rapid Spin Games.
Teddy picked one for Spencer, right?
Yes, yeah. Dragon Quest Wars. And then I picked one for you, Alex. And you didn't play it.
No, don't ruin it, because I'm going to talk. He picked out Kid Trip, but it wasn't bad enough. So I had to go even further, and I have a game that I picked instead. So here we are.
Yeah.
That goes to my long trend of never picking bad games. I want you to understand that.
The game you picked for me is okay.
which
played
is
it and I was
great
like-
in this context.
I was actually disappointed. I played it and I was like, this isn't shitty enough. Like, this isn't gonna work. so I had to do my own little research, find something else. So who wants to go first in sharing their garbage?
I will. All right. Picture this. Polygon graphics, N64. Og. Ed trees. Some live trees. Merc. Castlevania 64. Aesthetic. You're in this environment, 3D environment. It's an endless runner. Run for your life. Escape the forest. This is an endless runner. Your task is to run and avoid trees. If you don't, you die. You restart.
Like in real life.
You save your high score. It's always displayed at the bottom. While you're playing this, you can hear the sound of your protagonist, unnamed character, male, breathing. Breathing gets faster as the running goes on, as would happen when you run.
It's true to life.
And you walk into a tree, blood splatters everywhere. When you hit the wall, blood splatters everywhere. There's green boxes, blue boxes, 89 cents. Escape from forests. Pretty bad. That is the game. I have a high score of 1,800 some odd points. I played it for about a minute when Alex picked it, and I got the full experience. Then I played it a little bit more today, and I also got the full experience. It just does get faster. It doesn't waste your time. You will get your run, and you will die. Hit detection is fine. It plays okay. It's not the worst game I've ever played. It's not worse than Gun Ducky Industries, but it's bad. That's the game. Escape from Forest, if you could call it that.
What was it even scary?
How bad it was? Yeah.
Like, because like when I saw it, I thought it was supposed to be like one of those like Slender Man style, like scary first person things.
The panting is unsettling.
Just running through a forest. That's the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could just do that in real life. It'd be more entertaining.
Less ticks, so it's probably a good thing.
Do you play? Have you played other endless runners?
Yeah.
Are they better than this one?
Yeah. I played runners with an ending that were better.
Really?
Ending runners. Runny Egg. The 3DS runner.
Okay.
One's cute too. Like the egg hatches and you can become like a super chicken. And there's like like incentives, like you can collect like these little chickies or something, and you can upgrade your egg, very, very in-depth 2D runner. This one is just like a hallway runner. Did you know the forest has walls? Because this one does. Trees have eyes, but the forest has walls. Yeah, and you can run into them and die.
So, like, do you use the stylus to pick different like lanes to run in, or is that how it works?
Oh, you're just automatically running, and then you just go left or right, and then it gets cluttered with trees.
Right, but like, how do you switch left right with the control the control pad?
D-pad or Y or A.
Okay.
Left and right. Want to see it?
How many lanes are there total? I probably won't be able to see, but you can try.
One.
No. How many lanes are there?
It's one hall. There's one hall.
Right,
wall.
but you go left and right, like on different like how many are there?
There's one Earth.
There's not lanes. I think he actually turns like split paths. Is what he's saying.
It's like if I was running from back here, right?
Right. Right. That's what I mean. So how many lanes are there? Because either you can go like straight, or you could go like to the right one, or to the left one. Is there like 3 lanes?
One lane that's pretty wide.
So you can move freely.
Okay, so you freely
You're
move
saying.
around. Because a lot of runners, there's literally like 3 lanes, and by clicking left, you'll go to the left lane, or clicking right, you'll go over 1 lane.
That is what's happening.
So okay, so
there
so
are.
how many lanes are there?
One.
Okay, great. There's 1 lane.
The great lane debacle of
It's
2023.
it's a runner where you can only stay in the same lane and just play
Yes.
until somehow he dies.
Yeah. Watch. Here. I'm going to give you a bit here first, folks. Random spin. I got a bit for them, too. A good Reddit post on them. All right, here we are. This is the forest.
Right.
Ready?
I cannot see
Start,
anything.
Alex. Click my box.
Can't see anything. Okay.
Here, restart.
I can barely see that.
Yeah, it's incredibly blurry. So you can go like right or left.
Yeah.
Like, does it veer that way? Because we really can't see it that well. Like, does it veer that way, or like when you click left, do you just shift over to the left? It's not
Shift.
okay. Is there like an infinite number of lanes then? It's just literally you could keep tapping left and you'd go more and more left.
Finite. Not infinite, finite.
I'm just gonna stop asking.
It sounds pretty good, actually.
It looks kind of nice.
Look at
Not bad.
Look at him go! Look at him go! How
kinda-
much did you pay for this?
Yeah.
99 cents. 89 cents. One of those.
89 cents. What else could you have done with that 89 cents?
Eat bubblegum.
Right on the trolley.
Not even. I could have rode on a third of it. A third of my body could have rode on a trolley.
Pick your favorite third.
You get to go.
East, down. So I have a Reddit post, not me, somebody else wrote on the random spin. This is the 3DS Reddit. Somebody says, today I'd like to bring up the French duo Vadim and Igor Gafton. They are responsible for such masterpieces as Azure, Rainbow, 3D Snake on 3DS and Wii U, as well as the Google translated mess that is Cycle of Eternity, Space Anomaly, done by Vadim at Random Spin. These are like $1 entirely. These games are still releasing with no signs of slowing down. The post is from 2021. They all use the same font and horrible, unresponsive touch-based menus. I wouldn't be surprised if they just use a template and stock assets for most of these. So why do I bring these guys up? One reason is that at their current rate, one of their games may be the last game to release on the 3DS. That's not true. As of today, this recording, a game has released 2 days ago.
Well, didn't they say one of the last games?
Yeah, but that was in 2021. One of their games may just be the last game to release. That's what they said, so they were wrong. There's still time. Random spin. Take a spin of the wheel. Release a game.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Use the template. Microsoft stock photos. I don't know. All their games are so hilariously bad. I'm surprised more people don't talk about them. So yeah,
But
that's what that was.
I mean, the reason they don't talk about them is that they're buried in an eShop. Wouldn't that be why? Why would
also releasing for a dead console?
Yeah, like why would anyone ever talk about? Why do they have a Reddit post about them? Like that's too much. I would argue.
Give it 6 years and we'll see YouTube videos be like the worst games on the 3DS.
Yeah.
It'll be like, yeah,
Kitten Commander.
the Big Mike game show. He's like, today I'm here to show you the shit that's on the 3DS. You know, that'll happen in 6 years.
You're
I
close, Spencer. That's Square Cat.
Someone with cat. I would argue the opposite, Alex. I bet you they're gonna say hidden gem.
Oh yeah.
You know, I played it and it's not that bad. Escape from Forest. You should check it out.
Only
Give it a
$1. Yeah, dollar well spent.
chance.
Before the eShop closes, you got to get Escape from Forest.
Along with Atlantis 6 and Mountain Peak Battle Mess. So we use
What Mountain Peak Battle Mess?
Yes.
That sounds like a mess.
Really need space intervention though. Intervention in space for all these bad games.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming.
Pick Alex.
What?
Pick. I loathed it. Good pick.
Oh, good pick. Sorry, you were cutting out. Thank you. I'm glad you loathed it. That was the point. I did my job.
I did my job. Next, talk about some shit.
Spencer, you want to go next?
Sure, I'll go next. I played Dragon Quest Wars. It was released on the DSi.
Sounds like you got off easy.
Oh, well, I mean, so I'm a Dragon Quest fan, obviously. It's just kind of part of my stuff, but
What?
yeah. I'm a big Dragon Quest fan, so I always thought too, like in my head, that Dragon Quest would make a pretty good tactics game. It just has all the pieces for it. And I've now played 2 Dragon Quest tactics games, and they've both been pretty shitty. I guess the first one I played, it came out way later. It's called Dragon Quest Tact. It's on the phone, and it's just a gacha game. So that's disappointing, but it just is what it is. But at least it does play like a tactical RPG where characters level up, and you get monsters on your team and recruit them, and you just feel like a sense of progression, although it quickly turns into a money thing, like a money pit. But this game, Dragon Quest Wars, came out in 2009. It's from Intelligent Systems, who made, tactics games like Fire Emblem and, of course, Advance Wars. So I guess I had my bar set pretty high going in on it. I mean, I shouldn't have, but I just I was excited to try it. This is, I guess you would call it a tactics game, although when I think Dragon Quest, I think of more RPG mechanics. This has none of those. There's no RPG attached to this. It's really more... It's more of like a puzzle game. Maybe I'm reading other stuff about it. People are calling it like a board game. I guess either of those are more apt. And I guess through that, there is tactics to it. But basically, you take a set of monsters that are just handed to you for that round, and you put them on a grid and force them to fight each other. You can either win by depleting all the monsters' hearts, which is their health, or you can get to the other side of the board and go to their base. It gets kind of difficult pretty quickly, I would say. I don't think I made a lot of great progress through this one. It just because it got kind of hard, and I was like, whatever, it's Dragon Quest Wars. But there's like a lot of mechanics going on here, so you can hit a target for a certain amount of damage depending on which character you're using, and all the damage is based on hearts, so it'll do like 2 hearts worth of damage, and characters usually have between 1 and 3 hearts. There's like defensive maneuvers, so you can defend yourself. Maybe you don't take 1 heart of damage to the next hit you're going to do or something. You can heal, you can do spells that have different ranges. So there's a lot of like tactics mechanics going on here. Just when I play a tactics game, I like to feel a little bit closer to my units, so I like to see them carry over from one to the next. Or in case of like Advanced Wars, which I do enjoy that game a lot too. I like a more full scale feel of tactics, whereas this just really feels like a very condensed board game, or maybe just a puzzle game almost. So I'd probably lean towards board game, and it just wasn't really what I was looking for. But I mean, it has everything there. It has like Dragon Quest characters and like the monsters from it, and it has some of their moves, and they do battle. So It checks every box except for the one that's the most important, which is like to be a Dragon Quest game.
When's the archive coming out?
Never.
Looks like you're a failure. You're never gonna complete the Dragon Quest series.
That's on his spin-off channel, Board Archive.
Yeah, that's where I play this game and Breath of Fire. Shots fired right there.
Smoking gun.
Brett's fired.
Breath's fire. Breath's fired.
Brett got fired.
Brett.
Not
Brett.
Brett.
Brett's fired.
Yeah.
Trailers showed us in Japanese. Is it?
No, it's in English.
Oh, disappointed. No. I always wanted to try it because if you go on the 3DS eShop, especially before Dragon Quest 7, if you type Dragon Quest, this is the only thing that came up. So, like with the board game, maybe I just don't understand it. Is it like Monopoly board game or like what?
No, have you played like Advance Wars or Fire Emblem before?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
that. But like a really small
Oh, so it's a grid based game, and then you send slime 5 paces to take out another slime.
something like that. Yeah.
The units don't carry over.
Nope, you're just handed new units every round, and they don't. It's pretty small. Like it's only like a 6x6 grid, so it's not like they can move that far.
So there's
And-
not really much tactics to it at all.
No, there's plenty of tactics. It's just that's it. It's just like trying to win with what you have. Which there
So
were there were rounds of Advance Wars that had that to it, where it's like you only have these units for this like mission, and I kind of
the
like
grid
those.
is so big.
But
in
yeah,
Advance
exactly.
Wars.
The grid is so vast, and there's like a lot to do. Whereas in this, it's so narrow that there's tactics, but it's like I don't really care about the units, and it's like simplified to the point that I just lost interest very quickly. I can't really, in good conscience, say it's like a bad game because it does everything that it promises. It nowhere does it say it's a tactical RPG. So I didn't. It's like as much as I think it should be and want it to be, it never said that it was. So it doesn't break that rule, I guess. Although nowadays, when things have the tactics label, it's almost assumed that there's RPG elements to it. And technically, in Advance Wars, there are RPG elements. They're just pretty minimal. But in here, it's just overly simplified and just not very thrilling.
Okay. Do you think it
How many
belongs in the yeah, really?
Yeah, how many lanes are there? I
Well, it's
didn't know
6x6 grid, so take with
that.
that.
So one lane? One?
Yes, there's one lane.
One big ass lane.
One lane that's a 6x6 grid.
One lane. 6 slimes. They're sick. You think
Yeah,
this
what were you gonna
belongs in the
ask,
dark side?
I don't know. In a way, yes, because it's clearly a cash-in. And cash-ins in general, you just kind of like make you feel kind of icky.
Yeah.
But
Is it my only pushback, and again, I haven't played the game. My only pushback is that the DSi games are notoriously it's like small,
mhm.
so maybe that like really contributed to it. The game being as minimalistic as it is, I guess.
Right. So I mean, again, it's like I don't like it because I just wouldn't like it. Like, why would you? But it's a DSi game, and it is technically Dragon Quest. Like, it's not. It certainly has a charm to it, and it does what it promises to do, and gives you a decent amount of content at that. So I guess I wouldn't put it in the dark side. Although for me personally, I would never play it for more than like 10 minutes. So
Okay. So do DSi games belong on the dark side?
I'm sure there are plenty.
Yeah,
It
there's some
sounds
garbage
problematic.
ones.
Yeah.
There's some garbage ones. I've played some good ones because I had a DSi and I was buying DSi games when they were a thing. And there's some good ones. Like they did like a hold on, I'll tell you in a second. They did like a Four Swords re-release. They did Earthworm Jim re-release. They did that first Steam World game is is a DSi game. They have a shmup, Nintendo shmup called Metal Turret that was actually pretty good. And then I also have some other garbage that's like fucking like one's like a zombie game that's really awful. But they had some cute little games on the DSi, so not all of them are dark side games.
Were
Mhm.
those good on DSi only? Are they still good on 3DS?
Some are. I've gone back and replayed Earthworm Jim and Zelda, and I have like Game and Watch Donkey Kong Jr., which is just a Game and Watch game, but like, hey, it's whatever. It's
Yeah,
fun.
I mean, I feel like a good game is a good game. It's like we play.
Yeah.
I mean, we have Switches now, and the big thing that they're touting is that they can play Game Boy games. So, like, I think they transcend their original
Yeah.
system.
Being limited doesn't mean it's bad. It's just limited.
I just was under the impression that DSi games didn't play well on 3DS.
No, no, not to my experience. I play there's a puzzle game that's part of a series. Hold on, I'll tell you. I have to close the store and tell you.
While he's doing that, this one looked perfectly fine. The models were all 3D, and they looked. I mean, it's a 3DS, so my bar for graphics is pretty low, but they look pretty
That's
decent.
what it is. It's art style series Aqua. Where's it? It's for the art style series, but Nintendo. I played that puzzle game, and I was playing that like recently, and it still looked good, and it's so easy to play. Um, so there was still some shovelware crap on the DSi shop, so that stuff definitely. But some of the games still hold up.
Okay. You feel that I failed you?
Well, if you if the goal was to give me crap, then I guess you failed me. Although you did pick a game I wouldn't enjoy, but that's almost a given on this one. But yeah, no, I mean, it wasn't a bad game, I guess.
So you're in a roundabout way, I failed you.
In a way, yeah. It's like it's hard to even pin this game, but yeah, I guess you have failed me, Teddy. This
Accepted. I accept this failure. In honor of the slime and Ujihori. Take
Yeah.
one for the team.
All right, Alex. Show us your crap.
I mean, I could just show you the games instead.
Okay, that would be better.
Thank you. Spencer picked Kid Trip for me, which it looks like it could be crap. And I played it, and I'll just talk about that for a second. You play as a kid. It's like a 8-bit style game. You play as a kid. You're going on a trip, and you're driving a plane, and I guess he's driving too low, flying too low, because he runs into a giraffe, like the head of a giraffe, and
Mhm.
crashes, and then he's on foot, and it's a side scrolling runner game, and like I don't know. It was fine. Like you just like ran and threw rocks at enemies and collected coins, and it was like a cute little game. I was like not offended by it as like by any means. So
Mm.
I was like, this is fine. Like if I was at a bus stop and I just had like a few seconds, this would entertain me. So I was like, this isn't good enough. So thank you, Spencer, for that for that recommendation, but you failed me. So I had to go and find something shittier because I did not want to come to this episode without some shit. So searching through the cheapest games on the 3DS, which took me a while. I had to like go search and like change like the pricing and then everything else and like search like pages to find something that I thought was shitty enough for this. And I found Galaxy Blaster. It's a game for $1.49. That's the base price, not on sale. And it's developed by RC Matix. I don't even know how to say it. Here's the if it'll press there it is. It's backwards though. And here's the description. In Galaxy Blaster, you must defend your ship from the oncoming alien ships. Move your paddle left or right, then tap the screen to fire your blaster. Be careful if the target enters your base or you miss the targets too many times, it's game over.
Oh,
So that in a roundabout way, what they're trying to say is they put a paddle on the bottom of the screen They have squares falling from the top of the screen, and if you don't shoot those squares, or if you miss those squares, it's game over. And you don't control your paddle. The paddle moves left and right. And this is the song that plays the entire game. It's like a 5-second loop. Here we go.
Can't hear it.
Me neither. Sounds like a heartbeat.
It's just like a drum beat with like a. It's the drum beat's like. And then there's like a little part that's like. Da, 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 da. It's over and over again. I'm gonna see if I can show some gameplay. It's because it's like really minimalistic here. Here we go.
Yeah.
So you're that paddle. Those are the enemies.
Yeah.
And it automatically moves, and you just shoot. Now, notice if I miss, it also counts against me. This is the game. Oh,
Man,
I lost.
that's like a stripped down Atari game.
This is like Atari would do more than this. This is Galaxy Blaster, which sounds like it should be the most epic game you've ever played, right?
Yeah.
No, this is Galaxy Blaster. It's a great time. That's it. That's the game. You paid $1.49 for this, and it was garbage. There you go.
I wonder if you could code
was-
that, Alex.
Probably. It looked very hard. There's not even any character control. All you do is shoot balls by tapping the screen. It's garbage. Look, that's the logo too. Hold on. That's the fucking logo. It's just a gray block that says Galaxy Blaster.
Make this?
That's the fucking. So nobody tried with this game. They were just like, "Yeah, we need $1."
It's low effort. I respect that.
Yeah. So,
Your takeaways.
I tried to like actually go for like the highest score I can, but with the ship automatically moving left to right, and then the blocks start at the very top of the top screen, and you can't even aim that well. It's like, what's the fucking point? That's my takeaway. Is what's the fucking point? What? Why did I even try? Look, Kid Trip had a cute little.
That's what drew me.
It's
That's
kind of.
what drew me in.
See, it had a
I
cute
thought it
little
was going to
art
be
style,
like trying to be a Mario game and then just fail at. That's what I was expecting.
No, it was fine. It was fine. It was a fine game. Now, I did pick this up yesterday. Hold on.
See it.
Hold on. This was $1.
Otosan. Yeah, I saw it. It actually just froze my 3DS trying to look at it.
Okay. It looks like a certain game. Hold on.
That's supposed to be an Earthbound game?
Yeah. Look. It's like loading in. It's all cute looking.
Yeah.
See? It's supposed to be like an Earthbound game, I guess. Oops,
Oh man, am I tired of hearing that phrase? But yeah, okay.
Otosan means? I think it's Mr. Dad.
Mr. Dad. Okay, new game, stage
Yeah.
1. This is definitely Earthbound. Damn it. Contrast, come on.
Yeah, I see that. Okay, that's
You don't
almost exactly.
You don't control anything. You click a cursor around and click on stuff.
Okay, so it's like a point and click adventure.
You don't know.
You don't know. Okay, fair enough.
There's literally there. I got this last night. Oh, look, time's up. Final score 2. What did I do? There's literally a thing on the main screen that's like how to play. Okay, hold on. How to play? I need to see this. Collect food before time runs out. What? What is happening? So you just click. Look. Oh, look. There's a convenience store called Kevin 11.
I like
Isn't that cute? You just click on shit. This is garbage. I bought some other garbage shit I haven't played yet. The same
Live
developer,
garbage reveal.
the same developer also made up. Come on,
Come on.
Fragrant Story,
I saw that fragrant story.
Fragrant Story, and I also got. I'm sure this is good. If it ends in story, it's good. This
Okay.
is adventure. Well, I can't. It won't show if I can forget shit. Adventure Labyrinth Story, which
Yeah,
I'm
that's supposed to be like a
also
dungeon
sure is.
crawler kind of thing.
I'm sure it's great. I loaded $20 onto my thing. I bought a couple games that I actually wanted, like a Phoenix Wright game, Monster Hunter game, Shovel Knight, like a Game Gear game. But then I had like $5 left, and I was like, I'm just gonna buy some shit.
Hell yeah, dude.
So I
I
dove
found the
in.
biggest shit a couple nights ago. I'm gonna pull up a screenshot. I didn't buy it. I don't have the. I don't know. I'm not. I don't know if I'm willing to fork over my money for some big shit.
that
Saying.
that shit could be a piece of history. It could be gone. It could be the only time you ever see that shit.
The guy that made it could go on a killing spree.
That's true. He could be the next Dahmer.
Yeah. Does anybody have the game that he made?
If I could capture,
I do.
if I could capture gameplay from 3DS, I would consider it, but
Yeah,
there's no
man,
value.
that's never been a thing for anybody that didn't fucking get their thing modded. And even then, I've heard horror stories of people that actually did get like a 3DS modded with a capture card.
Really?
Yeah, I looked into that way back in the day. It just seemed like it was just so much involvement and shit you had to do. It's like fuck it. Like this is too much.
Yeah, so I just won't talk about 3DS games on the internet.
I think when Teddy and I did it, Teddy would like it. We'd work on some of these games, and then Teddy'd be like, "I can get us the footage." I'm like, okay, how? And then I think Teddy would just like literally film his 3DS, which he did. I mean, he had a surprisingly steady hand, especially considering he was playing these games a lot of times. But it was always just funny that it's such a hassle to get the footage.
I would have the camera right between. I would have the 3DS stand from Kid Icarus. The only reason I bought Kid Icarus was to get the stand.
Oh,
I would be playing it on the stand with the camera right here.
wow, that's smart. Okay, how funny.
I jacked that from CGR Undertow because that's how they used to do their reviews.
Okay.
I'm sure now you can just emulate all that shit, right?
Probably on iOS. That's the other thing. You sure you don't want to play Harold Reborn?
Who? Harold? Born again?
Born again.
I thought he was lost forever.
Harold's back, baby.
He's back.
Can you read us the description for Harold Born again? I want to know.
Oh, yeah, I gotta go back. But can I show you the awful looking game? It's
Oh,
priced
yeah,
normally
yeah.
at $10, but it's on sale right now. RTO. For Reptile Takeover.
Hell yeah, dude. That sounds good. That sounds like Jurassic Park.
That's the government right now.
Yeah.
Hey, Spencer, squint.
Is that Bigfoot?
No, it's like a lizard guy.
He's doing the Bigfoot walk.
Blaze Flint.
No, this game looks pretty good.
Yeah, just look.
Luck. And Harold, here we go. Harold Reborn is a challenging open world adventure and sequel to Harold's Walk.
Harold's back, baby.
Cover the secrets in an unusual and mysterious realm by searching the overworld and 9 subworlds for over 90 plus hidden objects and mysterious messages. Harold's new abilities will have him rocketing over hills and across wide gaps at ultra fast speeds. Walk right into a new adventure.
So wait, the first one's called Harold's Walk, And the second one is
Right.
called Harold's Reborn. Spoiler alert.
Harold
Nice.
Reborn. Just one Harold. His
There's a
cursor
Primus
looks
song.
like Monty Python like images.
There's a Primus
Ooh.
song called "Herald of the Rocks," and then it has one of my favorite like lyrics from a Primus song where he's like, "Oh, just if I can bring a friend, his name is Harold." Dude, it's fucking awesome. It's the Herald of the Rocks.
His name
That's what he
is
says it. Well, because like fucking Les Claypool's like weird accent he does.
Yeah.
So he's like, his name is Harold. Go listen to Harold of the Rocks. It's great.
Well, Harold Walks must have a pretty dark turn at the end if the sequel's called Harold Reborn.
True. Walks right into a pit.
Yeah.
For death.
A pit of rocks.
What's the Johnny Cash song? All card.
Is it a Giant Cash song?
Spencer?
I know they made a movie to parody him called Walk Hard. Let me see. Was it? But it does sound like a Johnny Cash song. Let's look that up. Johnny Cash.
Finding it out now. Here on the show. Did Johnny Cash in fact sing?
And he
Walk
walk
Hard.
hard.
I'm waiting with trepidation. I'm eager.
I'm not
Your
finding
response.
anything. It's all just about the Dewey Cox story movie.
Really?
Yeah, maybe you're getting it mixed up.
Walk
with
the line. I
parody
walk the
movie.
line. That's what he does. Does walk the line.
Huh. Maybe yeah, I'm just thinking of the movie. That's so weird though.
It's what isn't
That
that
was a song.
that like mental thing? What I forget what it's called, but where you assume there's a history, but just your brain thinks that there's a certain history, and apparently it's like all wrong. I can't remember. There's a term for it, but
Schizophrenia. I'm just kidding. That's not what
it's
it's called.
called schizo.
Teddy's diagnosed with
You must
schizophrenia live on the show.
You ever have that thing where you think something's true and turns out it's not? Go see a doctor. You must see one immediately.
Doctor, I keep confusing song lyrics. I keep associating them with artists I never thought sung them.
Schizophrenic.
Yep, we got some medicine for that. Take 2 of these a day. You're gonna gain a lot of weight.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's the parody, I guess. Well, anyways, Harold Walks is based in Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story.
What's what? Okay, so do you guys have any like dark eShop stories?
I mean, it's not about necessarily crap on the eShop, and I mentioned it on this channel before, but I was really, I was into a company called Level 5. I believe they're getting back into making things in America. I think I've heard rumors of that, and maybe they've just proclaimed it. But for a time, they made one of my favorite games ever, Dragon Quest VIII, on the PS2. And they made a couple games before that called the Dark Cloud series, which is generally high regarded. I haven't played it yet. I'd love to. And they made Rogue Galaxy, which is a lot of fun too. And so I was like, oh my God, these guys are amazing. They make like all these JRPGs that are just fantastic. And then I went away from gaming for a while and then came back, and 3DS was one of the first consoles I came back with. And they're like, Level 5 is making a 3DS game, and it's called Fantasy Life. And it is it's got everything. Like it's like an open world-ish like town sim RPG where you can just be anything you want. And I was like, oh my God, that sounds like perfect for the 3DS and everything. This is exactly what I want. And I played it and it was I mean, personally, I thought it was absolute dog shit. It was like a garbage game that was just miserable. And I got that on the 3DS eShop. I bought that there. And it was one of the first games I got. The other one was like Zelda or something. But yeah, it was so disappointing. And I think what happened was I caught them on their decline, because at that point they were making that, and then they made like what's that Pokemon Yokai Watch? Yeah, they were making Yokai Watch, which again wasn't terrible, but it wasn't like a great RPG. And I realized that like through the eShop, I found out that one of my favorite companies from like 5 years prior was kind of a garbage, at least making stuff I didn't really like anymore.
I think I would probably say that somehow they fucked up DS games on the Wii U. Through the eShop. The Wii U is a fucking giant DS. It has 2 screens. One of them's a touch screen. It's a fucking DS in your home. And the DS games, you think the top screen would be on the TV, the bottom screen would be on the Wii U. That's not a fucking option. Both screens have to be oriented together, or like the tablet has to be turned fucking sideways. It's miserable. And I'm like, how did you fuck that up? Like that's we had one job and it was spelled out for you and you somehow fucked it up.
On level 5, never played. I did play Fantasy Life and I sold it immediately. But there are a number of downloads of like indie style games that are like $8 that they have. Liberation Maiden was one, which Alex has talked about at this point, which isn't bad, but that's the best of their first. The rest that I played are garbage. The Starship Damry, garbage. Bugs vs. Tanks. I downloaded it. I never even tried it.
It sounds good.
You're an EDF guy, so I think you would like it. That's another one. I think those are the only 3 I've downloaded, so I've been a little scarred downloading anymore. I'm curious about one. It's like Adventure Bar Story, I think it's called, and where it's like you run a bar and it's an RPG bar where you sell weapons or something. And that's the RPG mechanic. It's like the mercantile aspect. I'm just nervous. And the other one is Attack of the Tokyo Monsters. It could be good. I might download those too.
Heard of that one? Yeah.
I think that one's more of a kaiju thing, so that might be promising. But I'm a little nervous.
There are some decent shopkeeper RPGs out there. I'm sure they're not the one that you just said, but there are some decent ones out there. That concept is kind of cool. They made some cool ideas out of that, but yeah, just watching level 5 just deteriorate like that, it's just painful.
Didn't they make LBX?
Yeah, I think they did.
Yeah, they're on top of the world, baby. Love that game. Teddy, you got any eShop horror stories?
I guess that was mine, but I think the hardest ones was when I was like really broke, so like every dollar counted. And downloaded this indie game that was like touted as going to be this huge thing. It's like this not beat 'em. It's like a Japanese feudal style, like not beat 'em up, but like a overworld explorer type of thing. It's called Sadame. Felt like I wasted my $15, and I was like so frustrated about it. I was like broke as a joke. Like that's how bad it was. And that might have been the moment where I was just like all right, I'm done downloading for a while.
Yeah, I did one called Citizens of Earth.
I actually know that game.
It was a RPG, and it was one of those ones where they're like, it's like Earthbound. You always fucking.
It's not like Earthbound. That's not like Earthbound.
You always fucking hear that shit when they're trying to market some crappy game, and they're like, it's like an Earthbound kind of inspired game, and yeah, it was like you were weird mayor and trying to recruit everybody that you could find to fight for you in like a weird thing. And it's Earthbound in that it is an RPG and that there is a comedy element to it. I mean, that is literally where it ends. And then the game like froze on me like 3 hours in, and I just never played it again. I think I lost like an hour of progress. I said, I'm not recouping an hour of Citizens of Earth. This is just terrible.
Oh man.
Hold up your 3DSs.
Oh, mine's in the other room. Do you want me to go get it?
No, yours doesn't match ours.
Wow.
I mean,
Because
you can get.
you're saying that because my 3DS doesn't look like you guys, I can't hold it up. I can't participate.
Go grab it. Go get it. You still don't have ass
Plays
cheeks
a
right now.
white 3DS anyway.
I need to get those ass cheeks, dude. I really need ass cheeks for my 3DS.
Yeah, dude. I know a guy. He does great implants. I'm good on the butt cheeks.
It's a little flat back here.
Yeah.
Alex is a
Big black
racist
butt
confirmed.
cheeks. That's what we were talking about, Spencer. You missed out.
Yeah, I was saying I still need ass cheeks for my 3DS. There we go. Goodbye,
Ass like
3DS.
me.
Goodbye, goodbye, eShop.
This is the view of the 3DS taking biggest shit on the dark side.
We'll always remember the good times, and we'll always remember the bad times.
Oh yeah.
Can you hold that up again, Teddy?
From which angle? From the back?
Yeah,
Hey.
the back. You come home. Hold on, here you go. You come home, and that's waiting in your bed. What do you do? The question for
There's
the
a
audience.
tailbone in the butt, in the backside.
Woo!
Hey baby.
What is that kickstand?
Nose.
What is that? Why does it come out?
Yeah, it looks like
Make a face.
looks like a kickstand.
Why would you need a kickstand?
Maybe you're playing a game where you just touch.
Maybe you're playing
baby.
like Kid Icarus or something. Like the one game that does it.
Well, the one game that we would play. I'm sure there's like a million games where they're like
Galaxy Blaster's touch only. You know?
touch the Nintendo or something like that.
Touch the Nintendo. Okay.
This is for people
ahead,
looking
touch 'em.
for a little bit of extra feely pleasure.
Ooh.
Ooh, hey. We go with it.
Can you rub it on your
Go
mic
with
to
it.
do a little bit of ASMR for the audience?
I'll do it in front of the camera with the ASMR.
Okay.
Oh yeah, get the nose, baby.
Oh my
God, that's a nose. Oh yeah, we're going in with the nose. The nose. You know you like the nose. I know you got the nose fetish. Who knows? I knows. Why? 'Cause I got the nose. Nose. You knows what I mean? Ooh.
Is that a nose or a cock?
It's all a matter of perspective.
Just like life.
I know I run into that problem quite often.
Confusing noses for cocks.
Today I go
I
to
do have to
Fry's and
say-
play nose or cocks.
Welcome to the new game show, Nose or Cock. I do have to say I am a little offended that nobody asked me how many lanes are in my game. So it's okay, guys.
Alex.
No, it's too late. Don't ask me. It's just petty now.
How many lanes aren't in your
No.
game?
How many? All of them, because they're all in the game.
Yeah.
I have to go pitch Nose or Cock now.
What's the theme song?
All I can think of is the John Cena theme. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun,
Nose
dun,
or
dun.
cock.
Noser cock. Is it a noser cock? Maybe the host is John Cena. I'm John Cena, and you're watching Nose or Cock.
Either way, it's hard.
Wait, do you have to like? Okay, so the game show is you put your hand into a box, and you have to feel, and you have to tell us if it's a nose or a cock. You have to see if you can get it right.
I want to see who gets it wrong.
Yeah.
That's definitely a nose. Are you sure?
It's a dick if I ever touched one.
Wrong. It's a cock.
Is that snot? Is it?
This one's a little wet.
Runny nose?
Getting trinkled on. Be a nose with a water leak. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. Old John Cena.
Wouldn't be the button mappers if we didn't have a little John Cena in it.
Wouldn't be the button mappers without our traditional John
Those
Cena.
Did I go
Host
good old
of-
dick joke?
The host of
Oh.
Nose or Cock.
Good old Richard. Love the Richard. Big Rich.
See you next week where we're going to map out a game.
Those
You
are
want a hand?
Cocks, Volume 2.
The game is somewhere behind me.
Nose
That's
nose
your
or
hint.
cock?
That's your hint.
Those are cock using the stylus. It's gonna release before the eShop closes. Just wait, Terry. Don't miss it.
Nose or Cock, the game.
Yeah.
For the
game.
game show we haven't even made yet. And now you can even play at home with our home board game version. It's just a box.
We just ship Alex in a box.
It's just me in a box. You gotta put your hand in.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
And look on my nose.
That's my cock.
That's my cock.
Alex is just sitting there on the table, and then the box is over like a random part of his body.
Yeah.
Viewer reaches in.
It could be a cock.
I don't
you
know. I just don't know. This one's it's up in the air. Meanwhile, he's just chilling, looking down. Yeah, your guess good, buddy. Good as mine.
One better feel. Maybe need a second opinion.
Why don't you ask your wife?
Yeah, get your wife in here.
It's like
Grandma.
I think it's a nose. It's like, get your wife in here. Have her do it.
Start flicking fingers up the nostrils. Oh yeah. Dig in there.
Ow.
Dig it in. Can we end the episode?
Oh, okay.
Hey y'all, don't forget to subscribe to them button mappers.